Time of the year when the venerable American news magazine publishes its Person of the Year. It's not one individual this time, though, this year. It's actually several journalists. Some choices speak for themselves, while others have been raising eyebrows, as our senior correspondent Murad Gazdiyev explains.
As prestigious nominations go, Time's Person of the Year is right up there. This time around, the nomination was shared between journalists and not your regular run-of-the-mill pundits, no, rather those persecuted, those made to suffer for their work. And while one would have few questions about the nomination of Jamal Khashoggi, who was tortured, horrendously murdered, and carried out of the Saudi consulate in boxes, many are questioning the nomination of Arkady Babchenko. And Time is already having to defend itself.
Babchenko clearly had good reason to believe that his life was in danger. Besides, it was not far-fetched to believe that the Kremlin had dispatched assassins to Ukraine.
If you can't recall what he's most famous for, it's for faking his own death with Ukrainian government help earlier this year, allegedly to catch someone who wanted to kill him. Ukraine even officially accused Russia of his murder as part of the stunt. Needless to say, it didn't go down well. Journalists and news agencies all over the world were left red-faced after tripping over themselves in order to rush and accuse Moscow of the murder. The Ukrainians then famously said that Sherlock Holmes also faked his own death at times, so that's okay. Yeah. And to be fair, Babchenko hasn't exactly done, well, much of anything lately. What he has done plenty of is, quote, hate-filled Facebook diatribes. Babchenko, by the way, once spoke ill of several journalists killed in a plane crash because of their editorial views. Ironic that. Other journalists, Guardian contributors no less, find it odd that a man behind one of the biggest fake news pieces in years gets an award for fighting for truth. Make no mistake, there are plenty of activists and journalists who deserve to be on that cover. Opposition activists, journalists in Asia, in Africa, here, in Russia, everywhere in the world. Take Katerina Handzuk, an anti-police corruption activist in Ukraine who was killed in an acid attack earlier this year. Kirill Vyshinsky, a Ukrainian journalist jailed in Ukraine, amongst whose crimes isn't being anti-Russian enough. So why Babchenko? Guess time will tell.